Hello guys, welcome back to Contrarywise TV, and as I promised from the last video, I'm going to be talking about the documents that you will need for you to apply for a work TRC, a work temporary residency card. As you can see, I've got mine over here. I don't know if the details are clear, but I got it for 3 years after I graduated. I've got it for 3 years and it's expiring sometime in 2027. So I still have got a lot of time. So I'm going to explain to you according to the way I did it, the documents that I submitted and everything that was required. So to begin with, obviously you need to have graduated from a Polish university for you to start this process, because one of the main documents that they will ask from you is your diploma. So there are 2 sets of documents that they will need. Documents from you and documents from the company that you're working at, right? But obviously you will get the documents from the company and then you submit them together. So the documents that they will require from you they are your diploma, as I said, your university degree, so that they can confirm that indeed you have graduated from that. And then there's a copy. So when you graduate, there are a few copies that they give you. One of them is a transcript. So they will require that transcript as well. And it needs to be in Polish. If your documents are somehow not in Polish, which is rare, most of the documents are in Polish, you need to translate them into Polish. And then the third document that they will require from you is a document that is called a certificate of no arrears. This certificate of no arrears indicates that you do not have any debts. You do not owe the government any money. So you get this document from your relevant district office. So you know those offices, when you first arrive in Poland, there are offices that you go to where you get assigned to a parcel number, right? Those same offices, you go there so that you get the certificate of no arrears. If they have anything that they require from you, mostly they will need a trusted profile. But if you do not have a trusted profile, they will create for you right there. So one more important thing, you need to make sure that your parcel is up to date. So what do I mean by up to date? When you first get a parcel, it's registered under the district that you live in and the location, the house where you live, the address, house address, right? So, but if you didn't change where you stay up to now, then it's fine. But if you have moved to a different location, different address, you need to make sure that that address where you currently live in is indicated on your parcel, right? It is very important. They'll also check that. Now, these are the documents that they require from you. They do not require a house contract, but it's to your benefit that you go with it just in case. They do not require your house contract because mainly when they ask for the house contract, they just want to calculate. You see, when you're applying for a TRC and you are unemployed and you are still a student, they need to make sure that your finances that are reflected in your bank account are enough to cover you for the whole duration of your studies. But now you've graduated, so they do not need a bank statement. And they also do not need a house contract. But for the house contract, just go with it, just in case they may require it, right? But it's not really a requirement. Now, for the documents that you need from work, obviously you need your work contract, right? They need to see that you are really employed, right? And the way they see it is through your work contract. Number 2, you will need a ZUS document, right? This ZUS document will be made by your company. They will create it for you. You don't need to do anything. They will create it for you. And then the third document that they will require from your company is what is called the Appendix 1 or Annex 1, right? It's again another document that the company will create for you. So these documents from your company, you don't really need to worry much about them because the company will create and give them to you. But in case maybe they ask you from the company, like, what documents do you want? Then it's important that you know the names of these documents, right? The ZUS, the annex, your contract. Obviously, you have your contract when you start working. So they might not give you that because you already have it, right? But it's important that you know the names of these documents because at some companies, the HR might ask you, what documents do you need, so that they prepare them for you, right? So you need to know these documents. So this is the whole process. You do not need to prove that you've been paying tax or whatever, because a lot of people are usually confused about this part because they think for you to get a work contract, a work temporary residence card, you need to have worked for some time and they need to know that you've been paying tax. No, you don't need to be doing all that, right? As long as you provide these documents and you present them to them, you present the documents to them, then that's it. You do not need any extra documents, right? But this information is accurate up to, let's just say, until today, right? Today is the 12th of February, 2025, right? You also need to constantly keep checking on the website because the requirements might change, right? So you do not just need to have these documents, but you also need to keep checking the website right before you start your application because the requirements might change and there might be an extra few documents that they now require, right? So this information is accurate up until now, the 12th of February, 2025. So until then, guys, take care.